Welcome back everybody. We've just had our first concrete news about the upcoming Star Wars live-action TV series that will be just one of many projects Disney's streaming service plans to offer to their customers come 2019. That is, we know who will be helming the project. Let's have a look at the official press release. Lucasfilm is excited to announce that Emmy-nominated producer and actor Jon Favreau has signed on to executive produce and write a live-action Star Wars series for Disney's new direct-to-consumer platform. Favreau is no stranger to the Star Wars galaxy, having played roles in both the Clone Wars animated series and in the upcoming Solo: A Star Wars Story. I couldn't be more excited about Jon coming on board to produce and write for the new direct-to-consumer platform, says Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. Jon brings the perfect mix of producing and writing talent, combined with the fluency in the Star Wars universe. This series will allow Jon the chance to work with a diverse group of writers and directors and give Lucasfilm the opportunity to build a robust talent base. Favreau is thrilled to be returning to the Star Wars galaxy. If you told me at 11 years old that I would be getting to tell stories in the Star Wars universe, I wouldn't have believed you. I can't wait to embark upon this exciting adventure. Disney's collaborations with Favreau extend back a decade, when he helped launch the Marvel Cinematic Universe as director of Iron Man and Iron Man 2, and as an executive producer of the Iron Man and Avenger films for Marvel Studios. For Disney, he directed and produced the massively successful The Jungle Book, which won an Academy Award for its groundbreaking visual effects. He is currently in production of Disney's highly anticipated reimagining of The Lion King, set for release in 2019. The untitled Star Wars live-action series does not yet have a release. So, if you're wondering about some of the TV shows Favreau has been involved with, they are About a Boy, Revolution, the pilot of the Shannara Chronicles, yikes, and the pilot of the Orville. So he has been involved with both big blockbuster movies and TV shows for a while now. He has the credentials, but what I think might happen here is he might help write and produce the pilot or the first couple of episodes, and then he will lay back as executive producer and let other people jump in to write, direct and produce the remaining episodes. This is a common practice, of course. You have talented people jump in and you have them share the workload, and then you take all the credit. Hopefully one of those people that will be on board will be Dave Filoni. Even though he's probably hard at work on the next animated series, I hope he tries his hand at some live action stuff and helps write some of the scripts, maybe even direct an episode or two. So it's still early days. We have no clues as to what time period this live action TV series will take place in. There are three possibilities that are circulating on the speculation rumor mill at the moment. The first is that the live-action TV series will be based on George Lucas's original plans for a TV show, Star Wars Underworld. Star Wars Underworld was the working title of a proposed live-action television series that would be set during the time span between the films Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. George Lucas first announced the series at 2005 Celebration 3. Over the next few years, a variety of writers were hired, over 50 scripts were written, and art designers worked on visualizing Lucas's ideas. However, in 2010, Lucas announced that the series was on hold due to budget constraints, which shouldn't be a problem for Disney, I guess. In an interview back in 2008 for Total Film magazine, Lucas said the following about the planned project. It's kind of like Episode 4, it's funny and there's action, but it's a lot more talky. It's more of what I would call a soap opera with a bunch of personal dramas in it. It's not really based on action adventure films from the 30s, it's actually more based on film noir movies from the 40s. Star Wars Underworld was planned to be set primarily in the Coruscant underworld, which was briefly glimpsed during Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Remember the Death Sticks. In 2005, George Lucas told Celebration 3 audiences that the show would not focus on any characters from the films, but that some of them could appear. A lot of the issues from the films are connected, but you won't necessarily see a lot of the people that are connected with those issues. He later described the show as bare bones and action heavy, and explained that it would depict what the inhabitants of the Star Wars galaxy do for entertainment. A lot of Twi'lek stripper scenes, I guess. Why not? So, there were originally 100 episodes planned and 400 proposed, but seeing how Disney threw out Lucas's ideas for the sequel trilogy, I'm not too optimistic that the show will be based on his Underworld idea. The second rumored theme for the show is Star Wars Resistance. As you can probably guess, it would follow the Resistance before or perhaps even during the sequel trilogy. I mean, after The Last Jedi, there's basically only a handful of them left, so they would need to rebuild, gather supporters, build up their logistics and prepare the terrain for the final showdown in Episode 9, although that idea would be kind of redundant. If the show launches in 2019, for example, and lasts for a couple of seasons, but we already know the outcome after watching Episode 9, would the interest still be there? Although Rogue One and Rebels worked, even though we already knew the outcome there. And the third one, and the one I'm hoping for most, is a show set in the Old Republic era. I'm sure you don't need me to pitch this idea for you. Darth Revan, The Mandalorian Wars, a Starforge. Of course, all the rumors and speculation could be wrong. They might decide to do something entirely new. Here's an idea. How about a show about the Knights of Ren? Their absence in The Last Jedi is an enigma. Were they sent off by Snoke to some part of the galaxy on a mission? It could follow their adventures in the unknown regions, for example. And speaking of the unknown regions, spoiler warning if you haven't watched the Star Wars Rebels finale. Okay, Ezra and Thrawn are still out there somewhere. Could their characters make the jump to a live-action TV series, for example, and who would fit the part to play them? Leave your thoughts down below. So, thanks for dropping by everybody. If you are new here and enjoy the content, hit that notification bell to stay updated with this channel, and don't forget to like, share, sub, and all of that good stuff. And until next time, see yas!